What up? What up? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. How you guys doing? Uh, Rough start to the morning. Let's kind of go over what we're watching today. All right. Give me just a second. What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys had a good weekend. I like to use the weekends and especially Sunday to kind of just take care of myself and come into the week strong. So expectations for this week. We'll see how pre-market runners are. Right, I haven't really had a early start to this morning. I'm just gonna be looking with you guys, and we're gonna see if we have pre-market runners from or intraday runners from Friday that are gonna be taking volume, or we're gonna be having new pre-market fresh trades. I saw Nuvo on the run. I saw XBP, but I didn't trade any of them. All right, so let's see SGBX right from our zone yesterday or Friday, right? So we kind of have this buying zone right here. If we go towards the weekly, we see on the weekly that's what we were kind of what I was looking for, like where buyers are stepping in. But just anyway, like this zone is holding up, right? Salad yesterday was unhealthy, super unhealthy. But anyway, right? So SGBX, we're back in this zone. So I like that we touched the bottom of the zone and we're starting to react on the top, right? So touching the bottom of the zone and reclaiming shows me a lot of strength, right? This is a lot of strength right here. Hey, we came down here, we got soaked up. I want to start seeing the hold of this 380 was our big level from Friday. We want to see kind of $4 hold and bounce here into open. We'll go back here on the daily and pull up 380 for you guys, just so you can see why it's a big level. We talked about high volume candlesticks, right? So we're going to be looking at that again. High volume candlesticks. All right, so that's the only previous day runner that I'll be watching. Other than that, let's move on to XBP. All right, so we're at $4 here right now. This thing has just been an insane ride to the upside, right? Just grinding out. I was watching it at 250 in the areas, before it made that move, but I didn't take any trades on it, so it's been pretty cool to see, just kind of grind up. One thing to note that I kind of want to teach here, right? You guys can see every single pop to the upside is a declining on selling volume. So rising volume to the upside, declining volume to the downside with lower wicks, right? So lower wicks meaning there's still buying pressure here within these selling pressures. So it's just selling pressure, right? Sellers are in control. Buyers are soaking it up on the way down, right? So this is a controlled walk down. It's trying to soak it up before making that next leg. So that's exactly what happened. They controlled it down. They soaked up all their shares, and then they kept making that move up, right? That's what you can see on the volume. Next leg right here with increasing volume, pull back on low volume, breakout. Pull back on low volume, right? Pull back on low selling pressure, break all the way out. Pull back on low volume again, try to break out. Now, first time right here, right? First time that we have not made a higher high. And a higher, yeah, basically only a higher high. Whatever. So you guys can see we have a low right here, right? And then we have a new high right here. So low and a new high, okay? Low and a new high. Pull back to a new low, okay? And we make a new high. We pull back to a low. To continue the uptrend, we have to make a new high, okay? But right now, we have not continued the uptrend. We've made a double top right here. So this tells me, hey, we're starting to shift in smaller trend. Overall trend, you know, maybe we take a dip down here and start to reclaim. Short-term trend has started to kind of get weaker. So this is now going to be my zone, kind of right here. All right, I'm looking, hey, there's some rejection right here. There should have been another high here, right? It's getting, buyers are getting weaker. So now I'm not taking it up here. I'm going to be looking for an equal low setup. An equal low trade, probably down here. Probably 350s. This would be super ideal. Now on the way up, if it does catch at 370, I wouldn't mind that as well. All right? I wouldn't mind either of these. Either 370, which is going to be the candle that broke out of this structure, right? So this candle right here broke out of this structure, boom. This candle right here broke out of this structure, right? And this structure. So that's what I'm looking at. Basically the candles that broke out of the structure, right? This is the structure right here. We broke over it. This is the level that we're holding, 350. So this right here would be the base before the breakout. So 350 is the base before the breakout. So either 370 or 350. Those are the levels that I'm watching on XBP. All right, and then let's go back to the daily. From the daily, these levels, look at that. Look at that perfectly. Literally the highs. Isn't that crazy how it works? So 370 is very nice. 370 from intraday, we've already noted that it's our breakout level, right? It's our break of structure level, right? So it's almost perfect that we didn't even know, or I didn't even know that this was the biggest resistance on the daily. But now that just based off market structure, 370 aligns perfectly. So I like that. All right, so 370 aligns. Price targets would be this zone right here, just because there's a lot of supply. There's a lot of selling pressure, right? That would be my selling pressure. So if we go back to the intraday, we can see that the zone that I drew out with the VPA and the trend difference, right? Uptrend, uptrend, uptrend. Short term, you know, we did not make a high here. Look at that. It's basically right there, right? This line, this supply line is very close. So we'll see how this reacts. I would like to see 370s. That would be ideal. I'm not taking it up here. You guys can see there's big resistance here. So it just doesn't make sense for me to take this trade, right? Everything here is a high risk trade, right? It doesn't make sense for me to take it in this zone. I would take it down here. Anyway, let's see. SGE. Oh, TCBP. I like this one. Not the chart. I don't like the chart. I haven't checked it out yet, but let's see. They have a PR here. so what's the news there? All right, announces execution of second non-binding letter of intent of acquisition targeting informative CAR T therapies. Okay. Let's bring that news over here. Nice. See treatment of refractory cancers and solid tumors. That's big. That's what I look for. I look for keywords, right? Initially, you guys see, I was just kind of skimming over that. I see the keyword right here, treatment of cancers and solid tumors. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Right, so I'll kind of skim over it. I like, that's pretty decent. And we know TCBP, the thing about TCBP is that it's a known runner. I don't know if it's related to Bitcoin. Someone said the other day in the chat that it might be. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know, right? So if it is related to Bitcoin, that would be really cool. Right, but we'll go to the 4-hour larger time frames in just a second. Let me just clear this out. All right, so 4-hour chart, you guys can see that this is a known runner, right? This runs previously. So we have a run here, right? And then boom, all the way down. Run here, and then boom, all the way down. Run here, and then boom, all the way down. So what does this tell us? Historically, this is a fader name. Historically, it pops and then runs down. Pops, runs down. Pops, runs down. Pops, runs down. So what we're going to be looking for today is, because we have so much history, we can look for levels of high volume that we need to hold. Okay, so this right here, this level right here is super significant, very significant, 211. Let me tell you why. We have a high volume rejection right here, high volume rejection right here, high volume supply right here, okay? High volume rejection right here on this candle, the first one. All right, high volume candle rejection candle close right here. Right? That's what we're seeing. Now for support, that's for resistance. So let me mark that out. Let me mark that out as resistance. For support, I'm looking for high volume candle holds, right? So high volume candle flipping to support right here. Let me turn that blue now. Green. You guys see that? We have a high volume area that we're looking to flip into resistance or support right here. High volume candle that we can flip into support on this blue one, right? So overall, we're looking for this blue and green to flip into support. Okay, now let's go down to the intraday time frame. All right, that's what we're bouncing off right now. I would love to see it tap to green, hopefully. Right, the green is the better daily line for the 4-hour. The green shows me a complete flip of this candle. If we can, basically on this 4-hour, what I want to see is this. Okay, let me show you. If we come down to 180, grab stop losses at this level, right, under this key level, where shorts are going to have to, where shorts are trapped, buyers are going to be stepping in, and we're going to be looking for a move all the way back up to 211. All right, from level to level, from here, from high volume candle here to high volume candle here. That's what we're looking for. 180 to 211. All right, that's what we're looking for. That'd be our PT. Is that clear? Plan should be pretty clear. So right now we're holding 190 pretty nicely, right, with the PT of 211. But I would like it for it to not break out. I would like it for it to reject, grab liquidity to the downside first, and then kind of squeeze to the upside, right? All right. Let's see what else we got here. Let me actually screenshot this. All right, so here's the daily gainer list from the Discord. Let's go over it. So we have SGE running as well. It just came on the scanner. So I made this little pop of recovery. Let's look at the daily. All right, one thing I do want to show you guys. So in pre-market or in after hours last week on Friday, I actually got some nice scalps on this from 180 to 215. 215. Right, that was my 212 or 215 was my PT, something like that. Let me show you guys why. If I can find it here. Don't see it on here. I was on trading on Webull, so it's a little bit different. Anyway, I saw a high volume level. So anyway, we'll look for a new high volume level. So going to the 4-hour chart first. Let's go to the daily. I'm going to the daily first, 150. You guys can see overall the candlesticks are not, they don't have much spread. The reason for that is because this doesn't run often, right? So now let's go to the weekly chart, right? So candlestick can be a little bit more real. So we're sitting at 155 right now. Where do we reject? We rejected from 230. Okay. So we'll look at that. All right, so we rejected into this gap right here, into this price gap right here. Okay, we have upper wicks right here, so that's kind of what we're rejecting into. Okay. Now, is there high volume here? Don't really see much, right? Overall, there isn't ever high volume, except like on the IPO day. But overall, no high volume. The only thing that I would really look for, maybe for a trade, is you guys see how we rejected this price gap? I would look for this price gap to flip into support. So maybe something like right here. But I'm not a huge fan of this structure, right? Either on the daily, the weekly, or the intraday. I'm not a huge fan. I would look for this price gap to flip into support. Okay, that's exactly what's happening. Once again, that's just kind of what you have to see it play out. So grab liquidity below this level. That's exactly what's happening right now. I'm not a huge fan. The reason for that is because we've broken highs, right? We grab liquidity, broke highs again. We took out stop losses. All right, we took out stop losses, and then boom, all the way to the downside. All right, we grabbed all the stop losses and all the way to the downside. So I'm not a huge fan of the structure. Anyway, let's see what ALLR is doing. ALLR. We had a run on this, what? Yes, 2 days ago? Friday. Thursday, okay. Interesting. So you guys can see right off the bat, first thing that I noticed, ALLR, you guys see it came in my head, right? We were zoomed in, I was like, wait, I remember this name. It just recently had a run. I zoom out and I see, okay, well, this did just have a run. So let's clear all these lines out. And I did not touch ALLR on Thursday. You guys could kind of tell. I was talking crap about it on pre-market streams. I didn't really like it. But basically, you guys can see right now, just to prove the concept of support and resistance in high volume levels, that this level right here that we started the run here, right? This massive candle that started the run, we are now simply rejecting it. We are now just simply rejecting. And that just clean support and resistance, right? That's just clean support and resistance. Where we started the run is now we're rejecting. So it's supply and demand basically. So what we're gonna look for is an area of either high volume on the daily, right? 117. Yeah, there isn't much going on the daily here. Let's look at the 1 hour. Is there anything high volume on the daily or the 1 hour? Nope, everything is declining volume here. More so, I would look for this demand zone, this old supply zone, right? Right now, what we're rejecting is this huge old demand zone, right? So we would look for now a supply zone to flip into support, which is this right here now. You guys can see that. Now I can choose this, right? I can choose this one up here too. Some people are going to be like, why isn't he choosing this one? Isn't this the better supply? Yes, this is where it started, but we're not up here right now. We're not up here right now. So this is going to be PT 128, right? But we're down here. So why would I mark that out? Because I'm looking for trades at the bottom. So I would look for either a hold of this level for a move back up here, or a dip down here for a move back like higher, like right there. This would be more A plus, just because we can grab stop losses under this level, kind of confirm the stronger move, right? That's what I would look for. So anything up here just doesn't make sense to me on ALLR. I would look for dips down to 115, hopefully, like 114. And that's where I would be really interested. Okay. SBFM. We know that this one is super micro float. Right, super micro float. Let's see. I would only trade it right off the bat right here. I know exactly what I'm trading. I've seen this setup too many times. This is exactly what happens. Seen this setup way too many times. Grab stop losses, boom. That's exactly what's gonna happen here. Right? If it wants to go. If it doesn't want to go, then it's not gonna happen. But if it wants to go, I would look exactly for this setup, right? Look for 90 crack on 90, grab liquidity, set up for a move up to like right here. 198.9, right on there. Super clean setup. I don't even have to look at the daily. If it's gonna play out, it's gonna be this level right here. What else was there? Daily gainers. All right, so I'm not a huge fan of a lot of these today. I'm just kind of going over them with you guys, just so you guys can kind of learn from this. I'm not a huge fan. I like not too much. Nuvo once again, pretty crap. Pretty crap. Right. What did we see on ALLR? We saw on ALLR that if you want to make that move up, right, to make that before the candle that made the move up, right, this right here has now turned into resistance. This is now turned into resistance today. So same thing here. The candle that made the move up is now turning into resistance on Nuvo. So not a huge fan right now. I would look for like a reclaim of this level. We'll look for something like that. Not that big of a move, but just like a reclaim. But that's about it, right? I'm not a huge fan. I would really just be waiting for these stocks to set up. Nothing really looks A plus to me right now. TCBP is one of my favorites, right? We saw over here, simply high volume candlesticks, 190 and 180 are going to be the valid holds for me, right? TCBP. I love this stock in general. We have, which other ones do I like? XBP, let's check it out. Do I like that one? We saw high volume, we saw rejections here, so I'd look for a dip back down to 370. I like SBP for dips down to, what did we say, 370? That's what I would look for. 370 and 350. So TCBP, XBP. That's what I like right now. CBNF, what is this BNF doing? I'd look for a dip, hopefully down to like 718. Not sure if we get it, 712. This is where that big supply is, right? This is where that big supply was. Sellers completely tap out right here. I think in order to make that, it could just bust out into open, right? It could just completely break out or go like this. But I'll watch that too, right? But I'm keeping 710 up here for something like this. That's why I like 710. We can look at previous support. This is where sellers exhausted and buyers came in, right? Demand. Sellers exhaustion, buyers stepped in. and then break down. So I'm looking for buyers to step in again, right? Sellers to exhaust again right here, right? Buyers to step in, and then boom, make that move up. So 710 is actually a very good line for me. That's a pretty confident level in which I would look for sellers to exhaust right here. All right, so some people are saying go over JAGX. Right, okay. Let's go to the daily chart. Let's go to the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, right, zoom completely out. From December, we haven't been up to these levels, right? So let's look at let's look at the 4 hour now. We haven't been up to these levels in quite a while. All right, so going to the 4 hour, we're gonna look for big supply zones, right, that started this whole move down. So we can look for areas that are gonna be big supply, flipping a demand. So we'll kind of get started there. We have this candlestick. All right, we have this candlestick. And we have this level. All right, those are levels from the 4 hour. You guys just saw how I drew them. Supply, marking out more significant levels within this 34 level, right? So supply right here, supply right here, supply up here. I use this level right here as this candle right here. Just some supply, right? Simple, very simple. Now let's go to the intraday chart. Boom. You guys see the supply that I drew out is acting as supply right here on the 1 hour, on the 5 minute, right? This was what? Friday. So you guys see how that works? Supply remains supply. It's going to remain supply. now we've broken through this demand. We're now holding this demand and still have supply here. So what you want to see, because we started holding this demand, is this 33 hold. Right? You want to start seeing something like reclaim here and then start to do something like that. There's a lot of supply here, remember? So it's more so waiting for this breakout and retest, right? That would be the safest play. Breakout, retest, and this supply for a massive move up. If all the supply gets removed, you guys see how big that move is to the downside? All right, so yeah, look for breakout and retest here. All right, what questions do you guys have? What questions? About GER. There's not much volume here. Did they have news today? I need to sneeze, but I can't. GER. Do they have news today? Let me see. Yeah, they do have a PR. Wait, an hour ago, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I already charted XBP. I'm not a huge fan of GER right now just because there's lower volume. But if, this is a low float. This thing loves to run. So let's kind of mark out that supply and demand level. There's a few levels that I see based off of high volume right here on GER. If you start seeing volumes pour in, right, is this level, this level, this level, high volume once again, right here, right? So this high volume level reacts with this one. We would look for, let's go to the 4 hour. I would look for ideal dips down to like 550. This is what I would really look for. I don't really care about the other ones. 550 is what I would look for. Right, you guys can see there's a lot of buyers that step in right here. 550 towards 530. That would be the dip that I'm looking for on GER. All right. This is strength right here. This is what I'll look for, 550, 530. All right, guys. You said, can I go over my scanner settings? Yeah, I have my trade ideas behind my Streamlabs right now. But basically, right now, hold up. Right now, the scanner that I was using, the daily gainers, is in the Discord. It updated 12 seconds ago. It's automatic, right? It does it on its own. Every 12 seconds ago updated. So there's a free trial. If you guys want to come trade with me and you guys want to, right here, get access to all these cool futures, right? You have a whole scanner. You have all the news coming out, right? So you have a list of all the news. Right, everything that you need to kind of be profitable is in here. So I'm about to hop on live trading now with my team. Right, there's about 7 minutes until open. So I'm about to, right after I get off this, get on live with my team. We're about to find the biggest bangers, right? Unnoticed news, or play out these, whatever high volume stocks that we do on daily. So we're gonna do that. So if you guys want to be with me and trade with me, there's a 7-day free trial right here. Check that link out, or top link in the description. If you guys are here, make sure you guys subscribe. Subscribe right now. All right. There's going to be more YouTube videos coming out to make sure you guys are becoming profitable. So if you like the education that you are getting here, drop a like, subscribe, comment, and I will make sure that you guys start to become profitable. Other than that, it's been Minnie. I will see you guys on Wednesday stream. Come trade with me right now. Peace.